What's up? I'm a little hippie, and today we're going to be talking about some of the popular books that I want to read this year.
Talking to myself cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of...
So, um, I have lots and lots of books. I have a lot of books. Um, you can't see all of them because the only bookshelf of mine that you can see is that one back there, and you can barely see it because, hello, I'm right here. But I have a lot. That's not the only shelf I have. I have a shelf right here that you can't see. It's brown. I have one that you're standing on, and I have one right next to my bed. And I just have books all over the place. I have books stacked on my TV shelf, books stacked on the floor, books stacked on top of the shelves. Maybe I'll do a bookshelf tour at some point, but I don't know. I don't know. This year, I want to try to focus on the aspect of being a reader that entails actually reading the books that I own. Wow, what a concept. Because the thing is, being a reader, there are two main, like, I don't know, like two main pieces, if you will, that work together as one to make up the reader. That is reading books and buying books. And I buy books at a much faster rate, or have bought books at a much faster rate in the past than I can read them. Because I just love buying books. I love going book shopping. I love just adding books to my collection and having more books scattered about all over my bedroom. So, this year, I'm going to try to focus on reading more slowly. I'm going to try to focus on reading books that I already own instead of buying new ones all the time like I have in the past. So, this is just a little stack of books that I want to get to and read this year. So, to kick this off, we have Fruits Basket, the manga. I want to read these two. I got really into manga last year in 2023 just because they're so easy to read. And I find most of the time I can read them in a sitting or two, and that's pretty cool, Because the thing is, being a reader is not about reading as much as you possibly can all the time, always sitting down and reading a book in one sitting. But when you've decided to become like a content creator, then it sort of becomes your job. And then you want to make as much content as possible. And so you find yourself wanting to read shorter books or wanting to learn how to read faster and all these things so that you can make content, which is something I'm kind of in the middle of right now. And I'm trying to figure out how it's going to work, like wanting to read slowly, as in reading less, because I have significantly less books on my list this year to read than I had any other year since I actually seriously got into started reading, like significantly less. Like I only have 45 books that I want to read this year. Um, so how does that correlate into making content? I don't know. We're gonna find out. But let's move on. We have Beartown by Frederick Bachman, which I've had for years now. And if you can see, I have a little tab in here where I started it before and I just never finished it. So maybe I'll do that this year. And then we have Culty by Mariana Zapata, which I bought just at the end of 2023. And, I didn't really think that I loved Mariana Zapata's writing at the beginning when I first started trying to read her work about a year ago because it seemed very juvenile, but I really, really love the way she does a slow burn. She can really do a slow burn. And so I'm super excited about this. And what I found out about myself last year was that I really, really love a slow burn. I thought I really loved like spicy romance, but I really love a good slow burn because I love that tension that builds up between the characters when they want to be with each other, and you know as the reader that they want to be with each other, but they're like fighting that. That is top tier, and Mariana Zapata is so good at it. So good at making you grovel for the romance, okay, that you get at the last 15% of the book. It's crazy, but it's borderline mass. It's like it's borderline masochism, okay? I don't know if that's the word, but I'm gonna put the word on the screen and you'll know what I'm talking about. Next, we have Killer Instinct, installment number 2 of the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I actually really enjoyed the Naturals, and so this is coming up next. I like Jennifer Lynn Barnes's writing because it's so quick. It's like it's like a whip. It's really nice. It keeps you on your toes. Next we have Never Let Me Go by Kazu Ishiguro, which I've heard a lot about and I do want to read. It's really not that long either, so that's a plus always for content reasons. Then we have the classic The Hobbit, which I've never read, but I want to because I'm finding as I read more that I'm really into fantasy, which is crazy. So why not read the OG fantasy book? Huh? Huh. All right, so we're getting down to the bottom of the list here, and these last 2 books are by the same author, and that is Miss Lauren Asher. We have Love Redesigned, which, I mean, that's so pretty. This is such a pretty cover. That is really, really pretty. But this is really thick. Like, why is it so thick? I really enjoyed, what was it? I think it was, I really enjoyed the fine print by Lauren Asher, so I'm really looking forward to Love Redesigned. And then also the next in the Dreamland Billionaire series, which was the first installment was the fine print, which is what I just mentioned. So this is the second installment, and this is Terms and Conditions, which I'm super excited for, because I like her writing. It's fun, it's quick, even though the books are super thick. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Those are some of the popular books that lots of people have read or like to read that I've seen on um, BookTok and BookTube, and I want to get to them and I want to read them this year. So yeah, I guess that's gonna bring us to the end of the video. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening, and most importantly, I hope you read a good book. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.